everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Good evening, guys. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday, right? I honestly don't know. Yeah, Saturday. Dang, we almost had a Friday the 13th in December. That would have been crazy. Hey, Swampside, how you doing? Hey, Christina. I know. All I know is that come Monday, like, I just talked to them Friday afternoon. Was it Friday? Yeah, last night when we were going live, I was on the phone with them as the thing was rolling. Oh, 1 second. Okay, well, my son thinks the internet might have gone out, but my thing is blue still. So just stand by just in case. I might have to like come back up. It looks fine. Maybe it's just the TV. Maybe it's just the TV. Now, I called them and spoke to them as the thing was playing last night for the live. I don't want to call them like first thing on Monday because that was the end of the day Friday, and what the frick is going to get done by the beginning of Monday. So I'm going to give them until the end of Monday afternoon. End of day Monday. And I know that they listen to me, so they better heed me right now. End of day Monday. This is an hour-and-a-half footage that they should have already had finished. I am going to be looking into the laws, into the times that they have to do this, what the stipulations are for this kind of thing, because there's no way that they can just get away with not giving you everything they've already said they're going to give you. You've already paid for the entire thing. Where is it? And y'all are playing too much. Y'all should have had this taken care of. I don't care about your city things that y'all think that y'all need to take care of. This is a redaction request for the most important thing that's ever happened in your entire life in that town. And y'all are effing around about it. All the shit that's already going on. And y'all are still choosing to F around about it. It's not a good look. They know that we know these things. They know that people that are in this case know the bullshit that this place has already started, caused. We all know about Stickergate and all the crazy shit there. We already know about the lies they've tried to put in this case. We already know. This isn't helping them. This isn't helping them at all. I know exactly, Nomad. Urgh. They better get it together. Hey, Mr. Naysayer. Hey, Jackie. How you doing? Hey, Molly. Hey, Becca. Hey, Lady Di. I'm going to show you guys something here in a second. And I'm going to tell y'all this, and I never tell y'all to, like, bombard people with my videos. I really don't. Like, I never, like, the like, share, subscribe, and all that other shit's at the back of the video. I don't say none of those things out loud because I feel weird saying those things. So I just don't. But for the video that I put out about the 9 to 9:30 timeline, I will tell you guys, I want y'all to share the shit out of this. And I want you to be very intentional with how you share it. I want you to tag Vinnie Politan, Law and Crime, Anjanette Levy, Ashley Banfeld, Brian Enton, News Nation, Nancy Disgrace, all of them. I want you to freaking tag them all because there's no reason why we are out here physically as just layman public taking apart the PCA the way that Ann Taylor should have done it. There is nothing that we have found so far when it comes to Bryan Kohberger's information that is actually factually accurate. Let's be so serious. Even the IGG, the one thing that the defense did not argue on, they still wanted to orchestrate a lie. Brett Payne was still going to go on the stand after no longer being an employee of Moscow Police Department. He was going to be deputized in order to take the stand and lie about the IGG. At the judge's order. The one thing they didn't disagree on, which is, yeah, it's Brian's DNA on the knife sheath, but how did it get there? That's the one thing there was no fight about, that it actually was his DNA. So in order to prove to the jury that it was his DNA, you're going to have your so-say lead investigator lie at the judge's order? How come these people are not asking the questions? How come they were all about talking all their shit? They want to come out and talk about how he don't like his damn bananas, okay? But they don't want to talk about the evidence. They wanted to come out here and throw out the gag order so that they had more fodder to feed their freaking audience, but they don't want to talk about the facts. No. If Bryan Inton really gave two shits about the Goncalveses the way that he tries to pretend he does when he speaks to Olivia in these interviews, he would be talking about all these things because the families don't have answers either. And that came from Olivia's own face. She thought when she met with the state that it was going to do something. She walked away with more questions. So if he gave two shits, how come he's not looking into the actual facts here? How come he's not looking into the evidence? How come he's not looking through the documents? How come he's not looking through what we have done here? Why? I don't understand that. Your intentions are bright like a diamond, okay? Except it's faded as shit and probably cubic zirconia. All right, I'm going to show you guys something that's going to be in that video. I was putting some stuff together today and I saw something. It's not Bryan Kohberger's vehicle, but I think it might be interesting for the people who want to say, oh, look, there's a car. That's a car over there in the area. It's not. So remember what it says. I don't think I need to put this on. Remember that it says that he left his apartment at 9 o'clock, went to the area from 9:12 to 9:21, and then got back to his apartment by 9:30. I showed you guys the map and all that stuff. We went over that in the block for the 9 to 10 a.m. video. A lot of people were waiting on that. Now I went back in and I'm going to put some of the footage 1 minute prior and 1 minute after this in that video that I want you guys to spread into everyone's faces once it's ready to go. And I'm going to play from 9:11 to 9:22. I did find something that is pretty interesting and I'm going to lay it out right here because I know you guys are going to understand. Okay. That car in the footage that they have at 9:12 and 59. So basically 9:13 a.m. that passes by that they have that we reviewed the footage of. From that area, it would only take about 4 minutes to get to the back end of Walenta to be seen over here in this area. What's crazy to me is that there are two white vehicles that pass by this spot right here exactly 4 minutes later. Except they're not little white Hyundai Elantras. They look like white SUVs and they are driving together. And it's interesting because I know people already here on YouTube and how they do things, especially people like Gray Hughes who have already admitted that he's been wrong but can't freaking actually handle it. So he's like cracking under the pressure. I know he's going to probably try to be one of the people that goes in here and says, oh my God, look, there's Kohberger's car right there. No, these vehicles are matching vehicles. They have the same windows. They have a back window that you can see at the top, towards the top of the vehicle. It's an SUV and there's two of them. I'm going to play that part here that I found because I didn't see that the first time. See, here's our cigarette dude. Here's our green cap cigarette man, okay? And this is important because it's the same time frame that car could have made it. That car could have made it to this spot at 9:17 and did not. And there's only one way that you can really go to end up on this road in order to go this way. And I have it all on the map, but I'm going to show you this real quick. It's closer to, I have it where it like pops up. Okay, that's not it. Okay, here we go. Watch this part right here. It's going to come this way, and then you're going to see two of them. You hear them? Okay, those are SUVs, and there's two of them. Now, I slow it down in a sec. I'm about to press play again. I'm going to slow it down, and I'm going to pop up a Latah County Sheriff's Office vehicle. Now, their vehicles back from 2022, for what it looks like, were a little bit more of like a silvery color, but it's really more like the body shape. It's the same shape that has the same kind of windows. And I don't want to pretend like I'm seeing something, but it's really kind of blurry to see back there. So it sort of looks like there's something on the side, the way that like the police have writing. I'm not saying it's there 100%. I'm just telling you it sort of looks like that, but there's also a bunch of trees. And I think there's even like a fence back there. So that could be the reason why it looks a little bit like that, but it's interesting. See how they're at the top? The windows are at the top. Go back to where it's over here, coming on this side. You'll be able to see the window at the top of it. On this part when I make it bigger. They're definitely SUVs. It's at, see the windows, it goes 1 window, 2 window, 3 window, and then there's one in the back. So it's sort of like this. They just look like SUVs, and there's 2 of them. See? It's at the top. Now here comes the second one. See? Those are SUVs passing by together at the exact time that they would have been able to claim that Kohberger went back around. So it tells me that they're not even convinced. Because if they're not even going to try to lie good, all right, there's no way that they saw that and didn't think, holy shit, we can use that. And it's so far away. They've already done that in so many things. There's a white car that passes by and they're not even trying to like pretend. So how are you going to try to tell me that he went back into the neighborhood? There's a car that you can't identify going south miles away from the house on a highway that you have to travel another 4 minutes to even get into the neighborhood. And you can't prove that that car did anything else besides drive south in front of the gas station. You've got no other turns. You've got no other cameras that show anything else. It's just insane to me. It's just insane to me. Yeah, and they're driving next, like right past each other, like together, the way that cops do. That's the why I was like, let me look at the Latol County Sheriff's Department vehicles, because Latol's are more black. I mean, Moscow's is more black, but they're 2 SUVs driving together. Two SUVs driving together. Now, it is Sunday morning, and I know that some churches will drive around and go and pick up people that don't have rides to church. And see, then there's another black SUV type thing that passes with like a little small car call hauler. I can't even talk. Car hauler, like with the 2 wheels, like a little tow thing. So that's part of the stuff I'm putting in there because I just find it really interesting. All the different things that we're finding going through this. I didn't notice those vehicles. I didn't notice those vehicles when we watched it the first time. So I found it interesting. And it's just pieces of stuff that's going to be in that video. Because again, we have no proof of anything that they've told us. They cannot sit there and say, we have no direct connection between Bryan Kohberger and the residents of 1122 or the house itself. We have no connection. How are they going to expect us to not like ask more questions? This is so stupid. I really hate this whole thing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and watch this. Now, some of you guys have seen the last 30 minutes of this. We did go over the last half hour before the 911 call was made, so that you guys can see sort of like how it sounded. You can definitely tell when voices pick up. It's really still difficult to tell if you can hear them going into the parking area. We're going to listen to it again. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's gone in and enhanced this portion, because again, I did put the 30 minutes prior out like before, just in case you could hear something to give us like a gauge. So I know that again, you can't really tell exactly when Hunter gets there, but you can definitely hear when the voices all start coming together, in my opinion. So I don't know if anyone's enhanced this. I'll need to look around and see if anyone has, because I'd be really, 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 really interested to hear if you could hear. I know I hear what sounds like what could be someone walking on rocks, the way that it sounds under the police officer's feet in the body cams, which could be when Hunter actually goes across, because it's like purposeful steps. You know what I mean? Like it's enough sound to where it sounds purposeful. But again, we won't really know how to gauge anything until we get that 255 to 225. And that's the part that they're messing with. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Oh, actually, you know what? Halt. I'm going to show y'all somebody else's video real quick, because I know there's still a lot of people confused about this spot. Where's Mike Wazowski? Where's Mike Wazowski, or Senior Wazowski, however he puts his name in here? He put I think it was him. He put a video out that sort of shows like the back ends of it, and also shows what it might have been him or somebody. I'm looking at my history right now. I'm going to show y'all these. real quick. And I know that I'm like taking forever to get started, but this is also like the last one, and half of this we've already watched. So I'm not really in too much of a rush. Sorry about it. But I want to show you guys this because somebody posted a video about what it looks like to drive behind Walinta, what could be seen by the car. Okay, it's not Mike Wazowski, but Mike Wazowski has a lot of really good stuff. Okay, yeah, Senior Wazowski has a lot of really good stuff on their channel. The one that I'm talking about came from television. There's something that you put on about, I'm going to have to go back to your video, Wazowski. There was one of yours that I saw that I wanted to talk about too, that I saw yesterday. We're going to talk about it too. This one is from television, and this one shows what it looks like from the back of Walinta if you drive by. And I thought this was real interesting. I just want to show y'all like the view of the drive without the music. And I'll give y'all this link so y'all can see this. See, there's the house. There's the house still with the balcony. When was this taken? Or is this JLR? Okay, so this came from JLR, it actually looks like, because JLR's watermark wasn't taken out of it before this person re-uploaded it. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. It shows a good view of what it looked like. So there's the house. You can see everything from right here. Look, there's the house. So when those cars are passing by, it is a very interesting view. When those cars are passing by, if they look over out of their passenger window, this is the view that they're seeing right here. They can see perfectly down in there on everything. It is really interesting. Shows all of it. Shows how easy it would be for anybody to just like, even just to walk. Like, you don't have to have a car involved in this situation, that neighborhood whatsoever, for real. You could have just walked back and forth right here. Look how open that all is. How open all of that is. Isn't that wild? Now, there's another one that I shared that I want to show you guys real quick that shows what it looks like now. Oh, you're going to see all my music stuff that I was listening to. Is it this one? Right here. I think I showed you guys this a while back, but I want to show you guys again. I don't know who this Lane guy is, but they decided to drive by. This is where they're about to turn on. Look, okay, so this is all the spots on Google that are all freaking blacked out now that you can't see for, there's like 20-year-old information. See, you can't see none of this on Google anymore. When was this taken? I think it was just a few months ago, 4 months ago. They didn't know whether they should upload it or not. He just knew that there was like a situation there. He didn't realize how big it was on YouTube. So it's like he wasn't sure whether he should. See that big old empty lot? Okay, let's see. Do they still have a camera? Did they ever put a camera back? This is right here, the camera, guys. Like, I don't know if it's the camera like on the house, but that's this right here is where the camera that we're listening to, that we're watching, right here. So you see, like right here, if you go back and look at all of the Google photos of this area, you could see the balcony of 1122 from this angle. You could see the top of the roof. You could see the balcony that came out of Kaylee's room, and you could see like the awning over the back porch area. And so it is 2-level. You just have to go downstairs that way. I guess I forgot that those windows and stuff are down there like a basement. See, look at this empty lot. It's so creepy. Oh my God, it's so big. So big. Look how huge that lot is. That is so scary to think, like what was there and just how fast. I'm driving in the back lot. See how far in? Like, it curves and goes in. I really wish we knew exactly where Molly was parked back here. Keep the camera up. Please keep the camera up so I can see what it looks like from this spot. Oh, God, that looks like Xana's car. I know it's not, but damn, it looks like it. See it? Look, you can see through all these trees right here, right into this spot. Oh, my God, it's just so wild. It is very surreal. And then look at the grass. All the grass there is dead. Everybody else's stuff around it is green. Look at this. It's all green right here. Tell me death doesn't linger. There's an old like Native American tale that I've always been told. I've been told by several different people throughout my entire life that when the natives were traveling through like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they purposefully did not settle in Dallas because they could feel that it was like empty, that it was like cursed and empty and full of just like bad. And so they kept on going. I've heard that for forever. That's the kind of stuff that I think in my mind when I'm looking at this, because I see all the grass around it still green, but right there where the house was, it's death. It's surrounded by greenery, and right where the house used to be, everything is dead. Isn't that actually crazy? Look at it. Everyone else's grass is green. Isn't that wild as shit? It's wild as shit. Wild as shit. All right, we're going to get back to what you guys came here for. But yeah, I just wanted to look at that stuff because I was looking at that earlier today. And I found it quite interesting. All right, let me make sure this is good to go. Oh, it didn't change it. Didn't change it. Is there? Interesting. Interesting. Oh, thank you for the $2.99, Maggie. Thank you. Welcome, 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 Dazed. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to get started, guys. Go back to the map. Well, thank you, Maggie. It is. It's wild looking, right? But it does give a better perspective on what we're looking at. I'm glad people have those out there. SUV or truck leaving right here at the top. Well, all the raw videos are up, so whatever you're trying to look at, you can tell me exactly where. We can look over it. Why is this huge blur spot in the middle covering that car? One more again. But no, if there's something that you want me to look at, just give me like which bracket of video it is and like the timestamp, I guess, that you want to look at. And I know there was a party that night. I know that that's most likely where a lot of the noises are coming from, where some of the noises are coming from. So if there's something specific, yeah, we can take a look at it. It's crazy. This whole thing is super blurred out. Like, why does it do that? Why did it just pop a huge blur like that and then go back away? See, that tells me that it's got to be some sort of like automatic program that hides license plates. So I don't know why they don't have something that can give me a list of redactions. See, that's the bell. So he's like a minute late. Oh, on Walenta? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if anybody ever gets in it. Careful with your headphones because The dogs hurt your ears. Living there, or were they the owners? And that's the information that's on the house deed. Do they have house people? House parents? Welcome, Rosie. That's weird. I wonder how many older people go and rent places with college students because it's cheaper to rent a room that way. I wouldn't allow it. Sorry, not sorry. I just heard something loud. It does. This is Jack's house. His car was parked like over here, and the body cam, something like that. That's gonna be like cars moving around. Welcome, Twine. Welcome, welcome. That sounded like somebody shut something. That's the guy that got out of this truck right here. We're not looking at these cars. We're watching everything around these cars. Welcome, Jeep guy. My dad's a Jeep guy. Yeah, he just threw something in the dumpster. The noises are cray-cray. Okay, so this is the guy that we saw earlier go out to this white truck and grab something. Let's see what the difference in sound is here. Let's see how off it is. That was that. Okay, that must have been that door. We couldn't see it to count it. But yeah, he came out 2 sections ago. Was it 2 or 3 sections ago? It's a truck with a cab on it people are talking about. Yeah, that's what I figured. They were parents. They looked like parents. Crazy. What he had? Oh shit. Hold on. He's drinking something. They blur in his face. That's the guy leaving. It's a pumpkin, a bigger one. It's been there all night. Is he throwing something in the dumpster? The noises are on cue? No, they're not. The pizza box makes a sound as the bag goes in. See? It's still off. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. They're all just living their lives, having no idea. That's that truck. See, I knew that truck was going to leave because when we went over that last 30 minutes, that SUV comes back and they like are packing up more stuff. Oh, that looks like my old CRV. Damn. It looks just like my old Honda. This is the woman. Is he backing up to pick her up? Or do they have something they got to carry? Did he back up all the way just to pick her up? Oh, okay, they're carrying stuff. I was like, dang, he's sweet. It has to be redacted because it's all muted. And it's the only one that does it. The glitches are like the little 5 minutes, the 5-minute come togethers. Those are definitely redactions. Yes. Even that across the band field is freaking blurred out on Google. Isn't that crazy? There's another dude. Okay, I'll go back one more time and see if we see anybody else come out to the truck. I didn't see anyone else. Let's see. Okay, so here's the dad. The people that live over here that made the most movement so far are gone. When they leave, like that white SUV comes back at some point. I don't see anybody else walking around. Here he goes. This is the son, probably, because they end up like hanging out together at the truck. Trash in the thingy. I don't see nobody else walking out nowhere. You know, they're just packing up stuff for Thanksgiving. Looks like he's probably bringing clothes back for mom to wash. Welcome, JW. Welcome, welcome. We're hearing noises from all over the neighborhood, not just in one spot. Yeah, that's got to be like a rubber meat of dirty clothes. like an SUV back there too. Jesus. What the frick was that? Hi there, Angel. They've been up for hours, yeah. They don't call Hunter, they call Emily. Let me pull up the timestamp paper. Red Xterra. Dylan calls Emily at 11:50 and 58 seconds. Right now, Dylan is on Instagram and sending messages on Snapchat. And Bethany's doing who knows what because she starts messaging Jenna at 11:20. Sounded like talking. Tell my kid to turn the air conditioner off. I hear talking. It almost, look, I'm going to say it because I'm going to freaking give my opinion. Me stating, oh, that sort of sounds like Dylan, or holy shit, that looks like that could be Jack's car coming in. And why does it sound like he's calling Murphy and then turning around and leaving? Those are opinions and observations. It's not me making an exact statement for some people who need to like be simplified to like they're 5. What I'm hearing here sounds like the way that Dylan's voice sounds. We've all heard her. So when your brain hears something familiar, you recognize it. Listen to it and just listen. It sounds like voices. We know they're awake. We know they're making phone calls. We know they're doing all kinds of things. She's about to be on Yik Yak, running her mouth, doing who knows what. Just listen. It sounds like Dylan's voice in the background. Tell me that didn't sound like her a little bit. Okay, that right there is across the street. But we wouldn't be able to hear voices from inside that house the way that we are hearing it now. These ones are going to be these people. See, now that's these people right here. That's a car. Okay, you saw that? That looked not like an SUV. That looked like a white car. So watch right here. Oh, shit, it moved. Oh, I got to stop trying to actually look at stuff because it just keeps messing stuff up. Let me see where we were at. Those girls just walked out. There's a white car right there, too. Okay, right here. See that white car? I gotta tell Slade to turn off the air conditioner. Eek. It's cold as hell in here. So that's them getting into their little car. Dang, that engine start was loud. It's Texas. It got hot earlier, but now we got to turn this AC off. Because now it's freaking cold. Well, you can hear it for quite a bit until it gets past a certain point. Where's that coming from? Oh, yeah. In Texas, frick yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure did. Okay, now this little car is leaving. It's like the worst ASMR ever. God. Why are we ultra blurring that damn SUV that's been sitting there the entire time? From the second we opened the footage at 2:25, that car is sitting there. That has that different window in the back. See, this car leaves, and it has a little bit of an angle in the window, but not enough to match up what they're trying to tell us. I wonder if that's a Toyota. Ford, maybe? I don't know. See, this is a completely different white car. See, the front end of this one looks like the one that they keep showing in the security footage. Like if you look at the way their fog lights are, but that back window angle is just not accurate, and it looks a lot longer. See how it has the same inlet in the front, but see how the back window doesn't do the same thing. And remember, they had over 20,000 vehicles that fit this description. That's important. That one also has a little bitty whatchamadoodler at the top. The little shark fin. But see, the window's not doing that curvature or angle. See, okay, that one has the same angle as the one that just left here. Did they just leave and turn around? Did they just leave and turn around? I'm going to have to go back and check. Because that window in the back of that one looks just like this one. No, their front end has a bigger gap. Oh, it's definitely different. See, this is important to note. Okay, the front of this car and the front of that other car look nothing the same. But the way that the back window angles in this one is identical. It looks like it's like a thick... That's wild. Okay, go forward. Oh, I'm going back too far. I forget that it's like 10 seconds backwards and then 30 seconds forward. Here it is. Yeah, see, the fronts are completely different, but the back end window looks the same. See, it's got that same... Interesting. Acura, possibly. See, the grub truck one, to me, has the angle that they're telling us the white Hyundai Elantra is supposed to have. Like the one that they're trying to tell us is the car. There's a car in Linda Lane parked in the carport that has the exact same back window angle, and the grub truck car has the exact same window angle. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. Thank you for the 5, Melinda. Remember the girl that called 911 about her luggage being on the road, said she had to order a cam? I'm wondering about that footage now. It's out there. The footage from that is out there. I think actually Plunder has it. I actually think that she released it here recently for some freaking reason that has nothing to do with this case whatsoever, just because she thought it was going to get her more attention. I pay attention to people's intentions, and if that bothers people, I don't really give a shit. I just don't. I pay attention to intentions when they do certain things. It's the same way that she did with the August 2021 knife thing. She knew damn well that Kohberger was not no little 5'5" person. Okay. I also knew he wasn't in the area, and she still put it out with the intentions of trying to connect it, which I don't appreciate any of that. I just don't. It just is what it is. I don't really care. So I'm pretty sure it was recent, because I remember having a thought, like, why are you putting this out, talking, like, trying to compare it to the Bryan Kohberger case, using his name in this case, like, in the title? It's very misleading, because this has nothing to do with anything, unless this person really was being messed with by the real people who ended up doing all this. And if that's the case, then cool. But your intentions right now are not trustworthy. But it's out there. It was out here pretty recent, like pretty quickly after this case. I don't remember exactly who got it, but I want to say probably Truth and Transparency, because I know that she was going in getting noise complaint audio, video, and like all kinds of other things from around there. So Plunder for sure has it posted more recently. I feel like Lana would have it from a long time ago. But you can see the stress on these people's faces, on the girl's face. Her underwear is moved all over the place. And it is really interesting, considering that there's underwear just strewn about all over this neighborhood as the cops are walking around. I find that interesting too, for sure. Thank you for the $5, Angel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's out there. It's out there. And you're too stupid to know what a reaction channel is, so shut up or leave. Pretty simple. Learn definitions. Make your life a lot easier. And here we go with the mega blur. Mega blur for what? I think that's a car. I don't know, but there was a bunch of them on the ground that they never picked up or nothing. Okay, that car went that way. Sounded like a voice. Voices. I don't have time for immature idiots. Goodbye. Is that what she said? That'd be interesting, because this is the only footage that they claim is out there. So I'd like to know if she actually did. That's a good question. My fat ass could never. Lots of shoes on the lines, yeah. There's only about 6 minutes left of footage that you guys haven't seen yet. Because I think I started, or maybe less, maybe more. I think I started the 30 minutes prior at 11:28. I need to get new headphones. These keep going out back and forth on my right and left. I mean, they're old. It's probably time I replace them. That's what they're taking. They haven't given us that. That's the one they're effing around with. That's wild because I play y'all what I upload. Oh, you mean the Elantra's bug guard? No, he's blocked. He went through, like, I don't even know how many of my old videos that he knows that he was blocked on whenever he was just Jeff H, and went back and, like, commented on a bunch of shit. And I don't have the patience for him. I haven't had the patience for him in 2 years. Him changing his name and his picture didn't change shit. Especially when the dumbass is going to go around telling everybody, this is Jeff H, by the way. Like, you're not a very good troll telling everybody who you are. But you know what? That mentality speaks to why I don't have no patience for that person. More vehicles. Red minivan. Connor has it. What is all this confusion and discombobulation happening right here? So this person's coming over, but was waiting for this person so they could park first. Oh, that was just a big old cluster F, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, he's so stupid. He can't even try to be objective. He's just rude about everything. I got rid of him every time I have to, and I do. Here comes another car. See, that's the SUV that was parked there. Okay, so this is a sign right here. I'm telling you right now. If they are allowing us to listen to this, and in the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, they have all those segments completely muted, you cannot convince me that they did not mute those things, because you could hear distinct conversation happening that we could recognize from right behind this camera to the left. This should be completely muted. That's how they've done it the entire time. It is so... so much movement. There's somebody on a bike. Where'd this bike person just come from? Hold on now. Okay, from the... What? I'm going to look at this house again for a few seconds. Because the guy with the bike comes out from behind the house. Is there a back door to this house? Let's watch this cluster F again. Let's see if anybody walks out from right here. Because the two that walked out earlier left in a white car. Thank you for the 10, Angel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, people call their friends buddies, so maybe it's just a friend thing. From the girl in the red car, maybe? Yeah, the guy comes out from back here, but I don't see him come out the house. There must be a back entrance. The body cams would show that. They walked all around that spot. That was before this. That was like a week or so before this, maybe 2 weeks before this. I think she said, "Hey, everybody." Sound like, "Hey, everybody." See, here he comes. And this guy just walked out. Where'd this guy just walk out of? Okay, the SUV. Okay. So this guy's going to get out of his SUV and go in his house. And then this guy's going to come out from right here. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of movement. It's a normal day. Normal day. Isn't that wild, too? Especially given how many sections were muted in that last block. Wild. I wonder where he's going. Bye. Okay. I think Snyder's body cam shows all that stuff. It could have been Hi Buddy. It sounded like everybody, but I heard Murphy in the 225 one and some people didn't, so who knows? It's so hard to tell, especially when it sounds so crazy. I'm not sponsored by Celsius, even though you'll see me drinking these all the time, by the way. They just don't make my blood pressure go crazy. See, all that definitely sounds like it's coming from 1112. I'm going to grab the 12 to 1. Because remember, nothing has been requested past 1. I'm going to ask again on Monday, though. I will never not hear Wiener in that section of time. I don't care. Probably. That all sounds like it's coming from inside 1112. Yeah, and then apparently there's a door on that other side, too, on the side. That's where he was when the cops got there. Yeah, he was in Kaylee's room. Yerba mate? I'll have to check him out. Yeah, car door, this guy. I would stay away from Natasha Cooper. She does the same kind of bullshit with little boys' autopsy photos that Zav Girl does. It's about as far as I'm going to go with that one. How come sometimes it almost sounds like someone's mouth breathing by the camera? Like, I don't know if they like screen recorded this off of something else and like left their microphone open, but sometimes it sounds like someone's like mouth noises. Like, I know that a lot of it sounds like weird underwater stuff, but sometimes I swear I hear mouth breathing. No, girl, that's here. Don't do it. Don't do it. Is that the new lie that this blonde-headed dimwit is out here spreading? You know, people like that continue to have an audience, I'm not going to keep correcting them. If they continue to have an audience and you continue to be fooled by them, then that's on you. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just so sick of it. It's just so stupid and disgusting to lie and make up bullshit whenever everything's already crazy. Get another damn hobby, bro. He doesn't care. He does it for everything. He does it for everything. He's done it since the second he got on YouTube. That's the problem. That's stupid shit like what he's doing is the reason why no one takes true crime seriously. That's just a fact. It's going to be taken serious. Stop watching stupid people. No, they're crazy. Absolutely crazy. Black dog. Where the hell is that coming from? That's a lot of slamming doors. Yeah, if Phoenix still has people watching her after that bullshit, then I don't know what else to tell y'all, bro. I do my damn best to make sure that everything out here is factual and that you'll know the difference between me having an opinion and what's an actual fact. People that come out here with false information rile you up the way that the freaking mainstream does, the same way that your government does. It's all emotional and manipulation in order to get you to want to watch them. It just makes me sick how many people still fall for it, even though they're here to get away from mainstream. I could go on and on and on about it, but I'm going to shut up now. I just, ugh. What's going on right now? So 3 minutes ago, Jenna texted Bethany. And Dylan is on Instagram and on Snapchat. For those of you that want to follow along with the text message stuff, here it is right here. Thank you for the 5, Michelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm almost 40. I can't deal with little boys and their immaturity. Is that Murph's or is that the black dog? And just think too, like Murphy was in there the whole time and there's no potty spots. He didn't poo or pee nowhere the whole time. That's crazy to me. Murphy's supposed to be in Kaylee's room right now. Oh, thank you, Hoffmeister. Thank you, thank you. But not that night, right? Isn't that weird? And that right there is the problem. There were family members on YouTube watching videos, trying to see what people were saying, trying to get ideas about what was going on. And when those family members come across channels like Birdie's or channels like Pabs, where he's got Hunter Johnson dancing all AI with a bloody knife in his hand, like this is some sort of like actual entertainment niche here, which it's not. These are lives. These are hearts that stopped beating. This is blood that spilt. That kind of shit is the reason why everyone is desensitized. Why we can sit here and watch the most horrific things happen and sit here like the Visine guy with no emotion. Shit like that. I refuse to be part of it. I just refuse. And I don't care if that pisses people off. I just don't. Too old to give a shit. Yeah, I did. I've been paying attention to that one. It's not shocking. And remember, AT gets paid from the same bank account. Right. This would normally be true. But what Connor put out is the Linden Lane footage that he got from FOIA. So it'd be nice to go in. I'm going to pull the channel up real quick and give it to you guys. Dang, there's some stuff going on in the David and Celeste case I need to get caught up on. I'm going to give y'all Connor's channel. It would be nice to go in and get the original leaked footage, the very first leaked footage that came out with Linda Lane, and then compare it to what Connor put out. I don't know if anyone else... I know that I wouldn't mind requesting some Linda Lane footage, but I don't want to get all of the Linda Lane footage, just the parts that matter. He has 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. on his channel, and it's all from FOIA. And from what I can tell, like I said, he pretty much does what I do, downloads it, and just puts it up there. I've never seen anything edited on Connor's channel. I'll just say that. But I would like to compare the very first leaked one that came out to the official ones. It would be interesting to see, because there's something about the audio in the leaked one that I've always thought we were being lied to about the audio. I don't think there's anything manipulative on the screen, but I feel like either the timing's off or the audio is wrong. Something about it after the first couple of days. And the video's out there. I think it literally says in the middle, I think we're being lied to, or why I think we're being lied to. I think the audio on it. You can't trust it when it's leaked like that. The audio is weird to me. I'd like to do a comparison. Damn. That's cray cray. You should get a life. That's the problem right there. Why add more bullshit confusion to it, especially when there are some family members who are actually looking at stuff quietly? Can we not? Honey, baby, we are not employed by YouTube. We are not colleagues. What the frick are you talking about? I am my own boss here. I owe no loyalties to anybody but the truth. Colleagues. You're out of your mind. Some people are very confused about how YouTube works. It was. So much happening right now. This is the last 30 minutes before the 911 call. This is the portion I played for you guys already. Well, I don't trust him, so I don't really trust his sources at all. Yeah, Linda Lane is behind this area. Facts, nothing else. Thank you for the 5, Sharon. Exactly. It's not entertainment. It's interesting. We're confused. We're trying to put puzzle pieces together, but it's not entertainment. It's freaking disgustingly sad. Like, we put ourselves in a bad mood watching this stuff because it's so freaking sad. Okay. Yeah, I know a lot of people got it. I think this is the white SUV guy. Is he throwing more stuff away? They've been throwing stuff away. Okay. Alert, alert. Here's an opinion that's not directly accusing anyone of anything because some people get confused and need to do something to heighten their IQ and know the difference. Okay. Alert, alert. I swear, I hate having to be so damn sarcastic. This guy has thrown away a lot of shit. This guy has come out of his house and thrown stuff away and put stuff in that car and left and came back and put more stuff in that car and left and came back. And now you're going to see him put more shit in this car. He is really just like getting rid of shit. It's just an observation. The same way that Drip Drop gets broken dolls sent to his house. You guys really got to stop falling for stuff. I'm serious. Please stop. Please stop. Could be moving. Another black truck. Not the black, as far as I understand, the black truck that we're all curious about has a camper on it. Another white vehicle back there. Well, that was like a year ago. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't care. I don't watch him. I think he's making a mockery of true crime. There is a lot of people in the house. Moving everywhere. What time is it? 31. At 11:29, Dylan sent Kaylee a text. And now at this portion, Dylan is on Instagram from 11:29 to 11:32 on Instagram and sending messages on Snapchat. And at 11:35, Dylan gets on Yik Yak, and then Dylan gets on TikTok right after that, and then continues to send Snapchat messages, and then starts speaking to her father at 11:39. We can't wait for those to be released. We're talking. If it's not interesting, then what are you watching it for? I mean, it's interesting. We're trying to figure out the lies because of all the bullshit. What do you mean? No, you're fine. I'm glad there's other people out there that are viewers, because viewers are allowed to have any opinion that they want to. But if somebody gets in front of a camera, suddenly we don't have an opinion anymore. It's so crazy. So I'm glad y'all are calling him out for being stupid. More people need to. Sounds like it's just movement from inside 1112. Right? Like, that's crazy as shit. There's therapy for that kind of behavior. The university is hiding the truth. What the truth is, I don't know. That's what we're still trying to figure out. The state won't even say what they think the truth is. I also know how Xana can get away with that. I really don't. No, unfortunately, we don't see it. It's going to come from like this side where the apartments are. Oh, so crunchy. That part. Everywhere. And not just that. Look how much money they were like pledged. They were pledged like $1 million for what? This was not a campus situation. Y'all took over like it was a campus situation, acting like this house was some sort of like horrible reminder of what happened, just for you to put a memorial actually on campus and defeat the entire purpose of why you wanted to destroy the house. I hate this case so much, guys. I really hate it. Yeah, then they only spent $3,000 on counseling. $3,000. Wild. I'll give you the link again. This is from the public interest court paperwork that was supposed to be submitted at trial. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's pretty stupid mentality. I'll do it again. I'll pop it again. You can also just go to the YouTube search bar and just type in Connor with an O and then Idaho, and it'll be the first one that pops up. Here you go. There's Connor's channel. Right there. It's a green background with a golden retriever. They have me hidden. I know my stuff doesn't show up on their channels. Probably. I have it in the Google Drive. I put it in the Google Drive for people that couldn't access it from outside of the country. Let me put that in the chat. Google Drive. If you're out of the country, you can grab it from the shared drive that I have for the case files. Oh, I just recommend Connor because he's got unadulterated footage. I don't even know what he thinks about the case. "20 minutes to the 911 call. 12 minutes before Dylan calls Emily. At this point, Dylan is on Snapchat and she's about to start texting her father. Ooh, that was loud. Now remember, they were supposed to submit that bubble conversation between Dylan and her father in court. There's no way that they're not walking around the house and alert of everything. That's coming from 12. It had to. But now we hear voices. They have been from like day 2. No way. Oh, thank you, Sharon. It's a scarf I got at Goodwill for $2. Anytime I walk in and see something with skulls on it, I grab it. She made a wellness call. I mean, hey, the case summary hasn't been updated since the day before Thanksgiving. It is interesting considering that it's his third order for unsealing stuff that we're waiting for. So where's it at? And where is he at? I know she did. I went back and listened to her thing about the 911, not the 911, the Buffalo Wild Wing thing with that one guy who said that he went to training for like 12 hours at 3 o'clock in the morning. I did watch that one. Oh, well, thank you, True Crime. Oh, thank you for the $49.99 sticker, Birdie57. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. And see, that's another thing. Like these cars that are coming in and out, like right now, I'm really just curious about because we don't really know where they're going or coming from. Dylan is speaking to her father right now via text, it says. But you also have to remember, this is just what they gave us. There might be stuff in between that comes out in the forensic download information. They have a gap. 11:40 and 14 seconds is like the last message between Dylan and her dad. And then it jumps to 11:49 with Bethany calling Xana. So for almost 9 minutes, they have like nothing at all for the girls' movements, which makes no sense. We're never going to get them. FBI said no. You heard whoa, Ethan? Go back 40 seconds. Good night. Not uttering a syllable. It's never felt right. It's never settled right. Ever. They sent it back to you? I've never tried. I like his communications, though. But I will say this. When we requested information about the knife sheath from MPD itself, we paid $200 for 2 email threads and 3 photographs of the packaging that the knife sheath was supposed to be in. And if you look at the photograph, it looks like the evidence in and out logs were all written on the exact same day by the exact same person in the exact same black freaking Sharpie. Like they just hurried up and did it. And on top of that, the emails, they said there were 685 emails that they went through that had something about the sheath in them. But because of whatever the laws were, I don't remember which ones other than attorney-client privilege were mentioned, but they said that there was, I'm assuming on his tablet, he's able to email his lawyer. Because they said that there was emails between Kohberger and the attorneys that were attorney-client privilege when it came to the sheath. So they weren't going to be able to release them. And they could be simple as him saying, it's not mine, or whatever the conversation could be. If it had something to do with proving anything, you'd think they would want to go ahead and release them. But they're claiming attorney-client privilege, which makes no sense to me still at the end of the day, because we are past a plea agreement and now he's serving sentences. So why are we still playing this game? But they won't release those, and they won't release any of his call logs, his visitor logs, people that dropped commissary, like all the stuff that we're seeing with like Gypsy Rose right now with the Into the Weeds podcast, getting all that stuff FOIA'd with videos and phone calls with everything, all the stuff that was going on with that Deadpool guy or whatever, killer guy, his conversations and his photos on his damn tablet and all the shit. Idaho is refusing to give us anything, which it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I want to see all of it. I want to see all of it. Yeah. God, there's so much. Oh, thank you for the 10, Connie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that car just picked somebody up and left, probably. It says at 11:44, actually. That's weird. It has 40, then 49, then 50, and then drops back down to 44. At 44, Dylan's on Instagram until 11:50. So Dylan's on Instagram right now. Oh, everything's paid for. Even the shit they haven't given us. No, the stuff that they haven't given us yet, that they haven't even redacted yet, if they think that we're paying another damn dime, they're out of their freaking minds. The price they quoted us in the receipt for the $930 that we spent was for all of it, the 1255 to the 1205. Their mistakes are not my problem. Oh, I'm going to be a Karen. Watch me. I'd be damned. Oh, hell no. We're not paying another nothing. We're not paying another nothing. They better figure it out. Thank you for the 3, Angel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whistling. That's a human. That's not a bird. No, I've actually thought about changing my name a couple of times to True Crime Karen. I'm not even kidding. I have. I have it written like over there on the blackboard. Oh, thank you. Xana. They're going to get back in their car and leave here soon. Oh, thank you for the 5, Angel. You are just throwing it all down tonight. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. You don't have to do that. That always makes me feel so crazy whenever you guys do that kind of stuff. I know, I'm not going to change it. That was brakes. From where? Oh, I guess it could have been the trunk closing. See, I swear we see this car back and forth. I'm going to have to really sit and pay attention. Because I swear that car drives around a lot. True Crime Karen t-shirt. Just might. Yeah, Wade Wilson. It goes fast and it passes numerous times, and I swear we see it in the body cams. Welcome, Natalie. Welcome, welcome. I hear voices. Oh, thank you. I was named after my great-grandma. I'm almost 40. I could be a Karen. Lots of movement. A lot of it does sound like it's coming from 12, though. Jenna is texting Dylan. Bethany calls Jenna, and then Jenna texts Dylan. This is Jeremy. This is the redheaded Jeremy guy. Remember from the beginning, he was the first one to start getting harassed. Okay. I'm going to back it up to where we start seeing him, because the call to Emily is at 11:50 and 58 is what the damn paper says. Okay. But when this guy, Jeremy, walks by with his dog, the dog starts barking, or a dog starts barking. And as we're seeing this dog walk by, I'm assuming it's that dog. In my mind, am thinking, okay, is the dog seeing somebody like rushing, like Hunter, maybe rushing towards the house? And because the person is not walking slowly, it looks like they're in a rush. Maybe like the aura that they're giving off, dogs can sense that kind of like adrenaline and all that stuff. Maybe that's why the dog is barking. I think that in the next minute or so is when Hunter hightails it over to the house. So listen very closely, because I personally, and I'm not going to say anything when I hear it, I'll make like a point or whatever. I'll do something. It sounds like footsteps in the rocks. Just listen. Voices. Call is being made. In a few more seconds, the call is going to be made. More voices. More barking. Phone call right now. Dog barking. That's all of them. That has to be all of them right now. I didn't hear the rocks like I did last time. Let's back it up to the phone call. $11:50 and 58 seconds. Dylan calls Emily. Right now. Right now. The phone call is happening right now. So no one from Emily's house, not Josie, not Hunter, not anyone, should be doing anything until after Emily is about to answer this phone call right now. That has to be them. So at this point, the front door would be wide open, and we're told the back door is open. That's fake, Dot. That's them. Yes. Bethany is texting Jenna at this point. You know what else is wild? I'm stopping for just 2 seconds. From 11:54 to 11:57, Dylan is on Instagram. maybe messaging, but she's on Instagram as Hunter's over there. My God, no, it has not been reported in unsealed court documents. Dot is not real. My God, I swear we have to talk about this every damn live. And this is because of Birdie. This is because of Birdie coming out and putting out a bunch of false information and purposely not putting out the truth. There's no way you cannot sit there and tell me that as this man is sitting here typing in stuff about Dot, that he's not seeing all the lives with Rory, with Riley Lively, and Brett Norton, and the videos that I did, and the videos that they did with Melissa Jade admitting all these things. There is no damn unsealed documents talking about anything at all that is in this comment. None. Dot is not real. Dot is a transgender person that goes by the name Braden that trolls cases. She trolled one before this. She trolled Sebastian Rogers after this. This person is fake. Fake. The apartments. On the first responder cam, when you see Hunter Chapin walking up those steps, or when the cop pulls up and Bethany is not with the rest of everybody and she's over there, that's where Hunter and them come from. A sick one. Thank you for reminding me how absolutely freaking perfect Airplane Lady is for this. I'm going to put something together with Airplane Lady, all about Dot. Thank you so much for reminding me about her. Oh, perfect. You did not read it. Some idiot set it into a camera. Jenna sends Bethany 3 text messages at this point, and Dylan is still on Instagram. Now, see, in the record I gave you guys, the public record, I know we've been told for forever that the phone call was made at 11:58. When you listen to the 911 call, I believe the timing is different in the recorded phone call time that's spoken at the beginning of the 911 call and in the log right here. And again, this was submitted to the court back on St. Patrick's Day, 3/17/2025. It says that the 911 call is made from Bethany's phone at 11:56. So there's like three different times. I think it's 55, 56, and 58 is sort of what we've been told everywhere. Your attitude towards people that lie is off-putting. This is like the last text Jenna sends to Bethany. And Dylan's on Instagram until 57. That's them outside. They didn't. So loud. Not the text messages themselves, just the time. The 911 call should have been made. So I want to know that guy. Is he seeing them all outside as he's passing by? I don't think we heard anyone say that they passed by and saw everyone outside. It'd be interesting to hear what this guy says, person says. Mm-hmm. That's Dylan. Mm-hmm. There's so much back and forth and up and down. Mm-hmm. MPD is en route. Sorry, I had to give my big kid something for a headache. Backtrack a little. Let's go to the beginning of 58. Lay down, Lily. I'll show you all the cats at the end. We'll do that today. There's Jenna. Her last text message was at 55, so it took her, well, she must have been texting and driving maybe. Took her 4 minutes. Noons is going to pull up here in just a second. Somebody's brakes. Or is the sirens maybe? Or is that the cops' brakes that are that bad? Holy shit, talkies. You could change them hose, bro. Damn. No, he didn't have a siren on. The siren comes later with Warner, but he didn't have it on. Oh, yeah, no, I say it. My kids say it. No shit. See, that's Warner's siren. And the bells. And the bells. There's Warner. Yeah, the Noons, both of them at this point think they're showing up for an unconscious 20-year-old. Jenna's blue car. Run, Warner, run. I honestly don't know why he parked right there. I don't know why the frick he parked right there. But that's pretty much where they all start parking when they show up. Yeah, Bethany was there. Chronicles of Olivia. That car, I know. It's interesting, isn't it? I want to know what that car looks like in black and white cam. Mm-hmm. It shows up, but they turn it away. This only goes until 12:05. So it's going to cut off here in about 2.5 minutes. See, at this point, he said it's a homicide, and now people are rushing. Bethany's. You can hear them in the yard. Isn't that Gundy? This is either Snyder, Corbin, or Gundy. That's Snyder. And he's just chill. Why not leave your lights on? person's right there, but that's it. I think that's Gunderson right there. Yeah, that's Gundy. I don't know why they didn't leave their lights on. That's it. Now, I know that for some reason, what's his face thought it was important to get just the noon to the 1, which I don't know why. But we're going to go ahead and request that one so that we have 12:55 a.m. all the way to 1 p.m. once we get everything together. I'm going to do that for you tonight so I don't forget to request that one. We should only have to pay a $30 duplicate fee because it's already been out there. I just don't want it from nobody else's channel, so I'm just going to get it for us. By the time, hopefully, I get that one, because I'm out of state, so they take a while because I'm out of state. But maybe they'll expedite it knowing that they've pissed me off. I don't know. Probably not. But what I want to do is get all of it together from 12:55 to 1 and just put it all together in one video. I just don't know if my thing will let me do something that long. We'll figure it out. Yeah, medics show up on scene in a couple minutes. It all shows up in the noon to 1. Yeah, I'm not happy at all with the way they're doing stuff. Just the simple fact that they had 2 massively important files missing is wild to me. It's super, super wild to me. I don't know why they're like that. Mabba doesn't get to like after 5 o'clock. Yeah, let me pull up body cam from Noons so that I can show you guys where Hunter and them we're going to be walking from. Go grab it back from Connor. Okay, so okay, you see, okay, there's like a walking spot. Hold on. Okay. All right, you see right over here on this end over here. Let it play out. There's like steps right here. There's steps. It's the same place that we see Hunter Chapin walking up. I'm trying to see if we could have like that show up actually. See, what time does it show the paramedics got? Look, the paramedics are getting turned away at 12:12. See, there's Jack. Is that Jack? I think that's Jack. Yeah, it's like this spot right here. Where's Chapin? I know they show Hunter Chapin showing up. And it's that spot. Is it after they talk to Dylan? Because I know they have to, they like try to get him not to like walk up. And then they're like, no, that's a brother. They do stop that car. Okay, right. Yeah, it's right here. They come from this way. They walk through this way. That's why we can't see it. So the guy that I was smoking a cigarette, the green hat guy, he's coming from like this place right here. On the other side, ooh, on the other side of this building, there's like steps, black wrought iron looking steps that go up to the top, and the doors are on the side. There's doors on the side. But this is where they come from. This is also like where Bethany was as the cop is like getting out of the car because for some reason she didn't want to stand next to everyone else. Yeah, it's this spot right here. This spot right here. So also remember that Hunter Chapin was there in shorts. He picked up a knife off the floor. No one saw him grab a steak knife from the kitchen. And we never hear him tell the police that he's picking it up off the floor. We also see that it's not on the table when he's down the hall talking to Noons. And then as Noons is like turning around and talking, it goes from the table to the I can't even talk. It goes from the floor to the table without the officer ever saying anything to him about put it down or put it down over there or nothing like that. The only time anyone says anything to Hunter about the knife is Warner, not Noons. At this point, Noons is already outside. It's Warner telling him not to touch it because he's pointing to it, like leaning over and like reaching to point to it. So Warner's like, don't touch it, don't touch it. But other than that, he doesn't mention anything about it being on the floor. Now, I've mentioned the fact that I have gone in and listened to Pav's video, Jay Embry's video about the blood on the table. He is correct about Kaylee's blood being on that table, but I don't know. Well, let me rephrase. He is correct about Kaylee's blood being on a table. I haven't found anything that says specifically which table they're talking about. And there are two in that living room spot. There's one next to the couch, and then there's that one. And then for a study table, I'm assuming that it's Xana's room. But it is interesting that Kaylee's blood is on that table, but like nowhere else. Like there's no spots anywhere else. It also doesn't say specifically where they swabbed. And there's multiple spots on that table. There's liquid, there's dry stuff. So I don't know. I know that the knife itself doesn't really look like it has anything on it. But I do find it interesting that he picks it up off the floor. He says he gets it from the kitchen. No one saw him get it from the kitchen. He's in shorts when he's there and touching shit. And then he shows up to the police department in pants. He's allowed to change his clothes. I don't understand why he was allowed to change his clothes when he was the one who found the bodies and had the knife and blah, 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 all the boo-boo. Why are you allowed to change your outfit? As much as your hands were in your pockets, why are you allowed to change your pants? There's so many problems. And it literally could just be things that are just incompetence and stupidity and that makes everything look crazy. But how many of those things can actually be happening and it's just coincidence? It's just a lot. It's just a freaking lot. There's so freaking much. Yeah, Emily. Yeah, and it's in the report. It's not just that. She tells the police that she saw a knife at the top of the stairwell. Like she describes it, but she's the only one that mentions it. Dylan didn't see it on the floor. Bethany didn't see it on the floor. And they ask them about that. And they basically just mention how Hunter like asked if they had anything for protection, but no one saw him go get it from the kitchen. And if they were walking around with him, because they did, they saw, both of them saw Xana on the ground. Both of them. Dylan, more than once. Dylan's memory is so good that she knew something was wrong with Xana that morning because she was in the same position she was in 8 hours ago. Yeah, he did. Like this. It's on the video camera. No, she says, how did she put it? It was real sarcastic and like pathetic. Like, why are you acting like this right now? She says, I don't know, that could be normal. I don't know about the knife being on the floor. Why would you even say something so stupidly sarcastic 20 minutes after you just found out that your friend was brutally murdered with a knife? And you're just going to sit there and be like, I don't know, it could be normal. Like, why are we talking like that? There's a time and a place. That ain't the time or the place. Okay, so when it comes to the footage, we originally asked them, after we received the 3:30 to the 4:30 public packet that they put out, we paid $30 for that one because somebody else paid for those original redactions. Pretty sure Idaho Statesman, if I can remember correctly, but that might be wrong. I don't know. Somebody else paid for those. We paid the $30 duplicate fee, and our FOIA journey basically started there. So I asked, what's the entirety of 1112? Because the reports that came out state that it was 12:55 in the morning on 11/13, all the way to, I think, past 1700 hours on the 17th. Don't quote me on the ending time, but I think it's past 5 o'clock on the 17th. And then there's one day in December, and it matches a report that we have from Mallory talking about the camera, them going out to the house with the camera, something with the camera. So when we asked them, what's the entirety of the footage, because we wanted to see what else we wanted to FOIA. They said it was 225 to 1205. And I really didn't think anything of it at first, because it didn't really like hit me what the report said until after we started talking about what they said to me. So then we went back and looked at the report. I sent them the report and I said, where's the rest of the footage? Because y'all should have at least 1255. You're telling me it starts at 225. What's up? So on 11-4, and I have 3 parts of these phone calls, because there was 3 different phone calls I had with them that day. I have all 3 of these recorded. I played a clip of it for you guys, I don't know, like a week or so ago. I asked what's going on. She says they don't have anything before 225. That's the file. So then she calls me back maybe like 10, 15 minutes later and says that she got with Tim Smaldridge and that they found the rest of the files, the 12:55 in the morning all the way to the evening of the 17th, in a subfolder. Why they're not all together, I don't know. Their organizational skills are shit. Like actual shit. So then, because they've already made me do like an amended FOIA for something before that needed to be like corrected, like time-wise, I was like, okay, are they going to make me file another one? Because they made me file a whole new one at that point for that situation. So I'm thinking, are they going to be technical and make me file a whole new FOIA because they lost the footage and they had to go find it, and now we want the whole thing that they're supposed to have had all the way? No, she actually let me just amend the time. So whatever she did on her end to amend the time for the FOIA, even though the receipts show 12:55 forward, and like the deposit one shows that, and the final receipt shows that, it's very clear what we're asking for. Something went wrong when it got sent out, I guess, and they never got the portion of the 12:55 to the 225 even worked on. The problem, though, is that when they finally gave us the files, it wasn't just the 12:55 to the 225 that was missing. And I was so aggravated about that part that I didn't even notice the other portion. You guys noticed the other portion when I showed the screenshots of the Zen2 drop files, zip files that I had to download. That 10 to 11 was also missing. So I'm really worried about what the 12:55 to the 225 is going to be like, because it is one of the, if not actually the most important timeline, because this is where everyone gets home. This is where Dylan and Lakeland show up at the house. This is where Bethany shows up. Hopefully this is where we also get some information about Xana and Ethan. We should be able to see Eric's car pull in. We should be able to hear Maddie and Kaylee get out of the vehicle. We should be able to hear something when it comes to Murphy being taken outside by Bethany and Maddie. We should be able to hear and see, hopefully, a shit ton. This is like the most important footage. Like the most important timeline. And I'm really worried about it because the 10 to 11 that they withheld and didn't get to us right away is what we just went over last night, that has how many sections of multiple minutes of mute that we don't have anywhere else. You guys have been here for all of this shit so far and have seen that it's just like when the 2 little 5-minute sections come together for the first like 4 seconds, there's some bullshit that happens and then it goes away. These are completely muted sections after what we hear to be very distinctive words being said by a male voice, and then silence. Now, the fact that they didn't silence the 2 girls coming up on the porch this time gives me even more of an idea about what they are hiding in those muted sections. That's not normal. None of the other ones are like that. The fact that they're not giving us a ledger telling us what they're redacting is also really disturbing, and I don't like it. And her excuse for this is that they don't have the programming. So I'm going to assume that all the FOIA money they're getting is just not enough to upgrade. I highly doubt it. They're asking crazy amounts of money for stuff. Crazy amounts of money. And I called yesterday right as the live was going. I got off the phone call with her like right as my title started playing, and I was like off camera for the first few minutes because I was trying to finish up my face before the camera turned on because I was on the phone with them. They hadn't touched it. It's at the top of the FOIA list, but they haven't even bothered to start the redactions yet. I don't see how you know that the entire world is watching you. I might have less than 50,000 subscribers, but I've got millions of views. I've had over 10 million views on this channel. I know that they know that the world is watching the bullshit that they pull. I know that they know that I'm very vocal about all of the things, because not only do they speak to me directly, but they're in emails. They know how I am. They know how I'm going to come out and be honest about what's going on. So the fact that after 3 years, they're still playing these games, and we know all about the shit they pulled with Stickergate. A lot of you guys maybe don't remember a lot of that stuff. I know enough of the details to know that this is history repeating itself. For sure. So like I said, I called them at the end of the day Friday and nothing had happened. So calling them at the beginning of Monday ain't going to do shit. I'm going to wait till the end of the day. So like, what time would that be? 6:30 my time will be 4:30 their time. I'm going to call at 6:30 my time. Hear ye, hear ye. 6:30 my time, Central Monday. I'm calling that office. It better at least have gotten started, or I'm going to supervisors. Because this is dumb. And I don't think it's the Amber girl. I feel like she's like a person in the middle that's going to end up getting the flack for it, because she's the one who like is on the call, but she's not the person responsible for those things. There's a whole nother entity. How many different on the receipts? Isn't it like 4 different people? 4 different positions that they give us hourly quotes for and give us an amount that we paid for what that person did. It's like 4, with the city attorney being at the bottom. But see, I don't know if she just answers the phone though, because she said like her title is like FOIA officer. So I don't know. I don't know. I just find it pathetic. They know that this is such an important time frame. And they're told, like I said to her, I said, this is the most important time frame. This is when every single one of these victims apparently got home. This is when the 2 girls got home. This is when everyone got home. This is like so important because y'all haven't even given us the time for Ethan and Xana to have gotten home. This is so important right now. And y'all are playing these games. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I hate it. I hate it. Everything. Why everything? And why? Why everything? Why everything? Why everything? That's the problem. It's not that we go into things looking for the bullshit. I wholeheartedly, when something new comes out, I'm hoping that it's not going to be stupid. I don't go into it looking for stupidity, but I definitely recognize when it pops up on the screen. It's become to where literally every little thing is like this. Everything. Look at the bullshit with the knife sheath. Look at the damn package where they wrote down the names of the people that looked at it for 3 days between the 13th and the 16th, all written with the same marker at the same time by the same person. Nothing was done correctly here. Nothing. How come every little thing? Look when we got the information from Blaker, not from Blaker. We're still waiting on that. Look at the information that we got from Matthew Gamet over at ISP regarding him and Blaker going down to Houston. Where did Utah pop into that? Why am I seeing in the books that you went to Utah for 2 days? You parked your car. You didn't pick it on a Tuesday. You didn't pick it up from the airport till a Friday. Did Blaker go with you to Utah too? Or did he go back? When did y'all split up? Why don't we have anything there? And why is the forensic scientist not the person who took the vial? Why was the cop allowed to take the vial from ISP, stay at home with it overnight, and then take it on the airplane? Why was the forensic scientist not the one in control of the DNA? That shit don't make sense to me. And I wasn't looking for there to be discrepancies. I was expecting it to be a back and forth trip. I was expecting them to get on the plane in Boise and go to Houston, then get back on the plane in Houston and go to Boise. No, Gamet went to Utah for 3 days. And we have no explanations or reasons why. We just have, what is it, 8 pages of receipts? That's it. No communications, because apparently the discussions about them going down there, there's no emails. I'm like, okay, so then how'd y'all plan it? Whose idea was it? Y'all just talked on the phone the whole time? You're telling me there's no emails talking about y'all's trip? How is there no emails talking about y'all's trip? Because see, it's not just MPD. That's ISP that we're dealing with that. And look how pathetic the feds are acting. So for those who are asking about the interviews with Kohberger, MPD straight up told me They never spoke to his family, and the only interview they ever did with him was in Pennsylvania. Everything else is federal jurisdiction, done by the FBI, and the FBI said no. No. The only way that I know that we can get anything... Why do I have the hiccups? The only way that I know that we can get anything from Pennsylvania is by subpoenaing the court in order to get stuff. Because I tried. I filed a FOIA. And they said we had to take it to court, file some sort of subpoena in court, and then probably honestly be told no, because the FBI isn't allowing that stuff out. And just because it belongs to Pennsylvania doesn't mean the FBI can't come in and be like, because the FBI did everything in this case. You have to remember that. That's something a lot of people don't pay attention to. The FBI was there before Chief Fry even got to the scene. He was out of town. There was already a Fed on scene. The next day, when Chief Fry is thinking about trying to get the feds involved, magically one appears in his freaking doorway. Okay? Like, legitimate. That's ridiculous. They're the ones who did the swabs. They're the ones who orchestrated the arrest. They're the ones who did the forensic downloads. They're the ones who identified the freaking car. They're the ones who did the bullshit with the AT&T records that Cyray is fighting. It's all the feds. They're the ones who did the IGG work. They're the ones who broke the rules from the DOJ and went to the portals. All the things is the feds. The feds investigated this case. Or shall I say, worked this case. Gave the state, gave MPD no actual answers, barely showed any of their work. And let's not forget, deleted the profile they used to make the matches in those illegal websites that they used. Let's just keep that in mind. And that was admitted to by the judge, but then we were told that it was factually unimportant. Or was it constitutionally? Constitutionally unimportant. They admitted it, but it didn't matter. Isn't that freaking insane? So much. That's the other issue. How do you have so much extra DNA? They admitted, and we saw the proof of this, guys. There was another lead suspect that they had before they had Bryan Kohberger's name. Brett Payne said this on the stand. They got the call on the 19th and put that on the shelf. Then after they got the call on the 19th, they also got the information back about 2 other unknown male DNA, and they put that on the shelf too. And what did we see when the ISP documents dropped? Damn straight, all the way until summer of 2025. There is a first line above Bryan Kohberger's name with suspect checked off that is a redacted name. After his arrest, after the grand jury, after the preliminary got canceled, and after all the trial stuff started going down and getting prepared for, they still have a first line suspect redacted above Bryan Kohberger's name. And they can't answer us why. They can't tell us who it is. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just so... I don't know how you can't ask questions. No matter what side of the fence you're on, I don't know how you can't ask questions. And that part, and that's this case, I'm telling you right now, Hitler had to have watched Judge Gull in Delphi, because if his behavior wasn't exactly like her, like so for real, it's just so much. I want to know who that freaking name is. I want to know so bad. Oh, thank you for the 5. I don't think I saw that one. Thank you for the $5 again, Angel. I don't think I said welcome to you either, Natalie. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget, our members only live this month's going to be on December 29th. It's always the last Monday of the month, and we do a giveaway. It's either going to be a t-shirt, which now there's multiple designs. We have a black t-shirt with the regular monkeys back there. And then we have, well, a long sleeve shirt. This one is just for me to wear over here. But I have another one I was specifically asked to make that has front and back design. Then I made some kids designs because I was specifically asked to make a long sleeve and a short sleeve for a kid, but I didn't want the words or anything on it. So it's just like the really cool, like neon bright monkeys. It looks like a kid's shirt. There's no words on it. I made a baby onesie too, because I have a little nephew that's a baby that I'm probably going to stick him in one of them pretty soon here. That's probably going to happen. And then my dad's been wanting some stuff, but I don't want my dad walking around with a bunch of bright neon colors in his 70s because he's like a Vietnam veteran rodeo cowboy, and it just wouldn't really work. So I made the black and white ones. So it'll be either the black shirt, a hat, a coffee cup, or the other black and white monkeys. That's either a black shirt. Did I do a black shirt? Black shirt or pink shirt. So that's the choices for whoever wins on that one. But we do that every time. Hippler's the judge that took over when they moved to Ada County. And that's something I would really love to know is what Judge is thinking about all of this. Oh, man. Can you imagine? I want to know what Judge has to say. He saw so much. And then for this to end this way, I'm so curious as to what his initial reaction was. Really super curious. Really super curious. Yeah, he has buckles. He used to have a fishing show on TV and little public TV, like regular public, like a local TV. Oh, my dad's done all kind of crazy stuff. That part. And I wonder if it's because he saw the damn picture that we got from the knife sheath package of it all being written in the same handwriting, the same marker, like somebody literally just stood there writing on it real quick because they knew that we were asking for information. I want the metadata for those photos because when the frick were they taken? Is the knife sheath even really in there? Because I can't trust that the knife sheath was even in there because it's all written in the same handwriting in the exact same day. It's not 3 days worth of back and forths. It doesn't look anything like it's supposed to. I wonder if that's what the problem was because he saw that. Crazy, 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 crazy stuff. All right, you guys. I'm going to go watch TV. And then go to bed. It's almost 11. So if y'all plan on going out tonight because it's different time zones and it's a Saturday, y'all please be careful. Do smart things. Make good choices. Don't do crazy stuff. We're going to go live again tomorrow. We don't have anything new, but I want to have a conversation with you guys about the most important things that you guys think that we saw here, stuff that we're going to be trying to do report and comparisons for. I'm going to give it another week. I want to give it another week for new documents, for us to get the footage in, for us to be able to finally see what we need to see. And then I want to start doing report to camera comparisons. Specifically for Homeboy who lied about going to Buffalo Wild Wings for training. And the timings, because that's like right before the time that Molly gets there. But we also don't know for sure if the time that this guy is giving is accurate or not. I want to go in and I want to see how many times certain cars come in and out of the area. I want to count the dogs because we damn sure know that there's at least a little dog barking in between like what they want us to believe is Murphy's barks. There's definitely more than one dog barking at that point in time. And they've been so matter of fact about all this stuff. It's just so crazy to see all these other things because prove to me that was Murphy. You can't really prove to me that was Murphy. I mean, I understand the timing is interesting. But there's so much about Murphy that we don't even know right now. When did they find him? When did he get back into the house? I know it sounds at some point like we hear the girls say, Murphy, like they found him. But we don't know for sure. That's just what it freaking sounds like. I hate that we don't have any definitives other than the fact that these 4 people are dead. That's the only definitive thing we have. Regardless of what other people try to say. That's just crazy. It's just freaking crazy. Okay. They might not be. I don't freaking know. I don't know. They might not be. I always just felt like, who else has the freaking motivation or the need to bark after if their timeline is correct? Of course, that's what we have to consider, what they're trying to say. What other dog would have the need to continue to bark that way? And like, it sounds like a bark of urgency. Like you can hear that it doesn't sound really like a bark. It's like a warning bark. It's like a danger bark. Like you can hear it. I don't care. People want to be smart asses. Oh my God, we got the dog whisperer in here. Well, guess what? If you're almost 40 and you've had animals and you've seen them bark excitedly and you've seen them bark whenever they're scared and you've seen them bark or heard them bark in difficult situations, or you've seen them bark at a stranger, then you know the difference. Dogs have tones of voices just like humans do, for the smart asses out there. And you can hear that in Murphy. If that's Murphy, you can hear it. And if it's not Murphy, then what is the dog experiencing and seeing that's barking like that? Because there's something in the tone of this damn animal. Lots of us heard it. So I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely more than one dog. Definitely more than one dog. And we see multiple being walked too. That's the problem I have with that, because he's right there. Like he's right there. I mean, and maybe he was just so passed out he didn't hear anything. But I know that I would recognize my dog barking. And especially since he would have to be cognitively aware of the fact that his dog is at another house and that dog gets let out without a leash to go to the bathroom. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Okay, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank you so much for the super stickers and the super chats and all of the new members. I appreciate that. Don't forget December 29th. I'll put a thingy up here soon so that you guys don't lose that. Thank you so much for coming in here and spending your Saturday night with me, going over this crazy information, racking your brains. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. I know. So y'all go gather elsewhere, because I know y'all are trying to figure out whose chat y'all are going to go meet up in next. Oh, okay. So the rest of y'all can go, but whoever wants to see the babies and how they're doing, y'all can stay. Let me go grab them. Oh, let him go. I'll get him in a second. Here's Calypso. Here's Whipso. She still has that face. Oh, hold on, baby. You don't got a shirt on. Don't get in the camera. Here's Calypso. Okay, I'll let you go. And look at little baby. He's getting so big. Look how big he's getting. Hello. He was in his favorite chair, so he's not very happy right now. Little Linkies. All right, bring me Zelly. Okay, you can go. And here comes Fat Baby. Here's my favorite baby. Here's Zelly's. Here's Zelly's. Watch out, baby. You don't got a shirt on. Back up.
Well, Mom, it's just my arms.
Okay, but you're a little kid. They can't be seeing you.
I just want to pet Zelda.
Okay, pet Zelda. Okay. Yep, see, look how big she is.
She was so tiny back then.
She was like this big.
And guess what? Bada bam.
Bada bam. Okay.
And how long did it take for her to grow this big?
About a year. Here, take her.
Only a year?
Yeah, here you go.
Oh my God.
Go take her. I'm about to be done. Okay, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here.
Take her what?
Okay, she's not a weight. Put her down. Okay. I'm going to get off of here now. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for coming in here. Thank you so much for coming in here. Y'all go relax. That's what y'all need to do right now. We've gone through a lot of footage, and it's been pretty traumatic listening to a lot of it. You guys need to go relax. I'm going to go ahead and play this out real quick. Please do not forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. All right, you guys. See y'all.